I'm really hoping this isn't another Musashi situation where I do the video and then like a couple days later the servant gets buffed and then I have to redo the video. Because I don't like doing videos that are like, here's the buffs that all these servants got. No. I keep that for the tier list. Like me remaking this is just gonna be annoying because it's not like I'm just gonna like put in a section of just what got buffed. I would have to redo the entire video. Chat, E minus luck if she gets a buff like tomorrow. Actual E minus luck. Anyway, we are talking about Kama, and if you use this ascension, it's a mistake. This is the right ascension. Redrop just makes art. What can I say? I have a very mixed history with Kama. She sucks me dry every time I summon for her. Not pity, but she definitely sucks me dry. NA, JP, I think both of them are like 600 quartz each for me trying to summon for her. So yeah, a little salty, but her hype is real. The hype for Kama is real. She is as good as people say. Refund might be a little bit of an issue, but it more depends on your cadence. If you're trying to solo with Kama, don't expect to be MPing every single turn. It might be possible, depends on the enemy, but try not to go into that expectation because it doesn't happen sometimes. Base attack 11.5, right at the midpoint for 5 stars. HP fairly low. Like this is like berserker levels of low HP, like just above it. But for Kama, she kind of doesn't care. She has stuff in her kit that like just makes it so who cares. It is kind of weird that both her base attack and base HP are like low like this, because I know I'm saying this is above the midpoint, but usually if the HP is low, the attack is higher. That's not the case here. And it's mostly because they feared Kama for what she could possibly do. Again, very understandable. Star weight, star gen, these I believe are the normal assassin numbers, like the actual normal assassin. Yes, exactly average. MP charge 0.74%, very healthy. This is what makes Kama able to loop as well as she can. But definitely with supports, Kama loops far better. It's just when she's solo, it's much easier to get the brave chains going, and that's her refund. Chaotic evil for domain usage. Double quick, single arts, double buster, 5 hit extra attack, 4 hits on the quick, 4 hits on the buster. Her hit counts look pretty damn good. Again, like mighty chains help her solo potential, but you gotta remember, like, she is a quick servant. Mighty chains, unless you have her extra attack like roided out, if you're going a mighty chain, you might not gen enough stars to be able to like crit on all your cards. Like with the changes to quick chains, you don't need to gen as many stars for a lot of servants, and it is helpful that Kama is a quick servant because usually their MP would go first to begin with. So regardless, if she's solo, all of her cards have a 20% chance to crit at base. You don't have to gen as many stars. But it is a concern. Like, if you have multiple quick buffs from her MP, you should be spamming quick cards, especially if you're guaranteed to crit on them. If you don't have the quick buffs, maybe go mighty chain. But I am not, I'm not someone that uses Kama like religiously and knows how best to use her. You should go to other channels for that, because I just don't use Kama that much. Mine's not leveled enough. So I just wanted to get that disclaimer out. So first skill, reduces one ally's max HP by 1,000 permanently, can be cleansed. overcharges their MP one stage one time for 3 turns, and is a 4k heal. This is on a 5-turn cooldown. This is good uptime for what it is. This is literally nothing. This is still like a good heal, and you can cleanse this off. A lot of times if you're soloing, you're using Atlas anyway, so you would cleanse it off. Yeah, this skill isn't bad despite what it looks like. I know you see this big reduces HP, but like it really is nothing. And technically you can use this as a support skill if you really want to, but I don't see anyone that would ever use Kama as an actual support. Yeah, no, that is such a waste of Kama's potential to just use her as a support. Second skill, one-time guts. There is no duration on this, which is like the wildest shit. Like it is actually wild that this has no duration. Now it doesn't stack with other guts, which is its literal handicap. But if you're doing any kind of cooldown reduction, you're more likely than not going to have 100% uptime on this. You're gonna have like the guts almost at every single second you're using Kama, which is really nice. And it comes with a 30% attack buff. I'm honestly kind of surprised that this is still on a 6th turn. Like, I don't think there are many guts that don't have durations. Like, this is probably one of Kama's like strongest selling points for her being a solo unit. Like, in addition to her MP, having a guts that you can pop immediately and never have to worry about it. Always have it in the backline when it comes off cooldown in case you need it. A lot combined with this heal that if she's super low HP, who the fuck cares if you reduce her max HP? She's getting a 4k heal, and like if she's not at max, you're not even gonna notice this. Third skill, contestable whether you should actually be bringing her as an alter ego slayer, but before we got pretenders, this was one of, if not the best option besides Musashi's MP. 50% battery on a 6-turn cooldown. Already, that's good. Reduces all enemies' charm resistance for 1 turn. 40%. I'm not the biggest fan of this because it hinders how much Kama can actually charm. But I guess game balance reasons, like you wouldn't want to make someone be able to charm 100%. You know, I would like the potential to be there. It's just like super unlikely of you being able to charm lock everyone for like 3 turns, or whoever you're fighting for 3 turns. That's just me personally. I feel like there should be a way to enable her niche even more. But I think that just goes with supports like bring debuff resist servants like Phantom of the Opera's MP. Like, you land that, you are landing every single charm for the next 6 turns if you bring Phantom and let him MP and then he just dips off. So like esports Phantom unironically would actually be pretty good for Kama, because his MP like flat out reduces debuff resistance, which goes really well with Kama because her charm is not guaranteed. So here is the thing. Oh yeah, also I honestly forget this sometimes. She flat out gives 20% crit damage for herself for 3 turns. So she gets class advantage against alter egos, full class advantage, double damage, half damage taken. Problem is, like, once the turns are up, Kama's about to get smacked by alter ego she's fighting. Now, if you're using Atlas, you can kind of prevent this by reducing skill cooldown by 2 turns and then popping an invul, or the invul on the Mystic Code. So the 1 turn she is weak to alter ego, she's fully protected. Now, if this alter ego has invul pierce, or I don't know, death procs, you know, because there are some alter egos that can just straight up death proc, then you're kind of screwed. But she has the guts for that wild, unlikely scenario. And then you could start this chain again. Is she the best alter ego slayer right now? I would say no. I think Hephaestion like kind of does that job like really well. like as a single target. Like she's the only actual DPS servant on this list. And if you didn't know that, yeah, Hephaestion is like really good DPS against alter egos. I don't get to use her that often because mine's not that good, but she's the only single target here. So it's not like she has the most wild competition. Like AoE, support, AoE, AoE. Passive skills, magic resist A, 20% debuff resistance, riding A, 10% quick performance. Amazing that she has this. And of fucking course she has riding A. Probably for the same fucking reason Mabe has riding, why Mabe is a rider. If you know, you know, you played through Oku. Independent manifestation, C, crit damage, insta-kill resistance, mental debuff resistance, all of that wrapped up into one skill. And then her final passive, divinity with a little bonus. She is completely immune to charm herself. So cool. Bring Kama to fight Kama. Easy. Smile. Yeah, but no, she can't get charmed, which would make sense. It'd be kind of weird if a servant that is like the most infamous charm lock servant in the game actually got charm locked during the fight. That would be fucking hilarious. Pen skills, Lancers because of Parvati. Mana loading, you can. It's weird though because she has a 50% battery. It's more you'd get this if you had like MP2 or higher Kama and you just didn't want to level this skill immediately, then you'd go for mana loading. But for the most bang for your buck, you should be going extra attack because Kama is a solo servant. She will always get the benefit of this while she's solo. And if you have oh no, this is JP, right? If you've upgraded the assassin class score, which a lot of people have, it is a very common one, especially assassin like star gen. Like holy shit, like assassins will gen so many stars once you actually get leveled. That actually assassins actually might be the next one I choose after Xerxes is done. Yeah, upgrading extra attack for assassins from class score, upgrading the star gen for assassins from class score, upgrading the extra attack itself from class score, and then this. Oh my god, I think I might have repeated something there. Oh well. Like Kama in particular can get so much out of like the recent changes. It's not even funny. Like this can pop off really, really well, especially because her base stats are good. She is an assassin with a high base MP gen. She is an assassin, so she has high star gen by default. Now she does not have presence concealment, so she's not getting the crazy star buff that like say Jack has. But I believe that's where class score actually comes into play, like letting her actually get that kind of star gen. NP Samsara Kama. Like her MP changes, but this is like as close to the beast as yet. 10 hit, single target, quick MP. Damage to one enemy, 80% chance to charm them for one turn. That is why we have this. This here to guarantee it. And again, use Phantom, and then you're good for 6 turns. If you can loop the MP, which like if you're already not soloing with Kama, like it kind of wouldn't be the worst thing. Excuse me. Yeah, able to charm for one turn. And then she has ramp up. Her base, the base one you get is 25% because skill 1 overcharges. So she's already at stage 2. She starts off with 25. You're able to loop. You have basically a mana burst on your 3rd turn. And if you can keep that tempo going, you can keep up the 60% crit quick. That is definitely the case. I'd say like stop trying to do mighty chains and just do quick chains. Like after you have 2 stacks of this at least. And this is notorious for charm locking every single fight in the game that is able to be charmed. I believe like resets coming like can like If you're trying to do like cool showcases, I think you can reset scum with this, like to force the charm. I reset scum if I make a mistake, not if I get screwed over by RNG. Unless it's crits, that's something different. But I don't scum's reset off charm percentage. Is this something you can actually rely on? Absolutely. 80% chance to charm with comma is like almost, as long as they don't have super high magic resist, usually you're charming every time. And if you don't, you're usually just like eviscerating them anyway. So it is very helpful that this guts doesn't have a duration, because if you're charm locking so many times, you're not gonna get hit, which again also affects her refund. So when she does charm, she gets free damage. When she doesn't charm, she's getting free MP. Like, especially if it is a modern servant. She is an assassin. She gets bonus MP gen compared to a knight class when she gets hit. And this is comma. She got Kiara, in which she likes I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I'll leave it in, but all right. So, materials, very expensive. She is a thirsty girl and requires the high tier mats. Luckily, it's not a lot of them, except lamps. Fuck these. I hate that I need so many of these. It pisses the shit out of me. That sounded weird. Okay, so these mats slightly better, but not by that much, because it's void dust and arrows. Bond CE, quick performance up except for herself by 50%, and crit damage except herself by 20% while she's on the field. I don't get this. I don't know why her Bond CE makes her want to be no, actually, no, I do get this. I do understand it. It's just like, this is the most useless thing for her, period. This is absolutely useless, but the lore for it makes sense. Kama doesn't love herself. She wants to give her love to everyone else and receive nothing in return. This Sponsy is lore accurate, but it sucks for her. You wouldn't use it anyway, but it's just icing on the cake that Bonsies are weak. Should you be summoning for Kama? I mean, at this point, like, if you don't have Kama, you might wanna like hold off on it until she gets a buff. I'm not saying she's fallen off. I'm just saying, like, she has been out for several years now without a buff. She could use one. I'm not saying she needs one. And she is a really good single target servant. Like, she is probably the best single target assassin in the game. Without maybe not for damage. No. No, I can firmly say she is still the best single target assassin in the game for fighting riders. Specifically for fighting riders. If we talk about other stuff, like let's not. But she completely demolishes Jack if Jack isn't fighting a female, and even when Jack is fighting a female, this is just more damage. Not like if Jack doesn't kill, like, she's gonna get hit, and Jack's skills cannot support her. Damage wise, MHX is slightly better, but like MHX does not have anywhere near the survivability of Kama. Redrop. I hope you made more art with Paper Moon, and I hope Kama gets a buff, because apparently she was integral to this story. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, sub, all that good YouTube stuff. I'm putting this at the end of the video because I'm really bad about selling out mid-video. So, thank you for watching.